Keystone Lanes in Norwalk here for the title match of today's JBT event. Really fun weekend to kick off the SoCal season. And Brandon Rother having all kinds of fun right now as he is spraying pins over there with all that powerful ball. He's got the front three, but his opponent, Steven Tacto, is a heck of a story of his own. He's opened with the double, so he needs to strike to tie up for this match. To their left, it is an all-Winnetka finale. Junior Gutierrez taking on Steven Saldivar. The handicap difference is, oh, what the heck, yeah, it's a 21. Junior's got to win by 21 to tie and 22. Junior with one career JBT title. This is Steven's first career top four. To their left, for the fourth consecutive time in SoCal, Lindsay and Caitlyn are playing for the girls' scratch title. Caitlyn swept the weekend at Winnetka. Lindsay won yesterday at Forest. Lindsay was also the top seed overall after 5 in scratch, had her career best scratch performance, but it's a match play scenario and she was ousted by Tacto in the round of 8 to get to that. Virtually even with that grime double. So Steven bowled most every JBT last season in the handicap division. Didn't do a whole lot. He said he practiced his butt off all summer long down at the Student Union in San Diego State, and boy has it paid off. He finished runner-up yesterday to that incredible performance from Harvey Howe. He had a chance to win. He needed to double in the 10th to do it. Left a 10-point there. Now he's got a chance to go second in handicap yesterday, and he will finish first or second in scratch today. And I don't know how often that's been done. Mr. Peruganen brought up that point of how many times does a guy go second or better in handicap on Saturday and second or better in scratch on Sunday. Very rare, I'm sure. By the way, that is outstanding scorekeeping work by yesterday's champ, Justin Erickson. The right-hand lane isn't scoring right now, so he's doing all the work. We don't have to do much work when it's just enter, X, enter. And that's all they've been doing over there so far, is it's front 4 versus front 4. Junior's one career title came in a thriller down at Mira Mesa last season. That's where we're headed next in SoCal in October. I'd love to see you down there. He does the strangest thing with his approach. Look at this. He uses his thumb. What a bizarre thing to do. Pretty good shot. Just pushed a little late. Bowled on titanium today. Pretty scoreable. Meanwhile, Rother hates it. I'd say about 50% of shots, the second Brandon lets it go, he goes, oh no, oh dang, oh stupid Brandon, and they all strike. So I don't really know whether he's got a clue what's going on or just it's all that raw Brandon power. Or bro Brandon power, I don't know. Something like that. Gutierrez likes to hook at the 4-7 and makes it with no problem. Look how clean Steven is. He's really been impressing people all weekend long. He's really doing a good job of letting the lane do the work. He's not using an overpowered ball. Oh, he's just getting it to the spot. Let these atomic bomb bowling balls and the lane do all the work, and he calmly matches him front 5 for front 5 in his first career scratch title match. Lindsay's got a 3-bagger to take a 10-pin lead over there. Big thanks to Dave and Dennis and the whole team here at Keystone for having us. Great annual visit here to Norwalk.
Nice.
Pretty ball from Gutierrez, 10 back. All these guys are pretty much in their rhythm right now, just throwing good shots. Who's gonna throw the last X at this point? Tacto on 5. Oh. A 10-pin cost him that handicap title match yesterday. A 10 ring and 10 just like that almost cost him his his first round match today. Right now he'll fall behind by 21 if he makes it. Stays two-handed, takes all the hook out of the ball. No problem at all. Make your spares, that's the key around here. Even when the strike pace is high, it's so often the spare conversion or not makes the difference. The Saldivar gets a fortunate Brooklyn strike to make it a double over there. They're tied on the scoreboard, so Gutierrez still looking to make up that 21-pin difference. Speedy B, as he's been called for a while around here. Oh, and his string ends at 5 with a light hit 7-pin. Oh! Well, we have a 4.5, 9. Now let's see. Whoops. Now because the machine swept it off, that pour goes back on spot. That's the bowling rule. On spot, please. Well, he can't tell him otherwise, so yeah. So which is actually a bad break. So it was more makeable, I think, where the pin slid to. But the rule is that goes back to its original spot. That's a bad break for Junior. 4-9, yep. Despite what the machine tried to make it an 8-9, Harvey would have come in and spared that. Meanwhile, shot it. Avery. So between Caitlyn, Avery, and Miss McCollum, we had 3 girls junior gold champions, national champions, bowling our little tournament this weekend. It was finally nice to meet was it Cassandra? It's finally nice to meet McCollum, who won the U12 girls over the summer too. She hadn't bowled JBT before. We'll see a lot of her again. Allie, that's what it was. She doesn't look U12. She should be playing volleyball or something. Yep. Rother spilling some pins there into just a 7. Count could absolutely come into play in their scenario. Caitlyn doubled, so Lindsay trails by a pin now. It's got a wheel, and it doesn't. The only really, Lindsay is improving so fast that when she makes mistakes, it tends to be that little chicken wing. She drops the shoulder, the elbow pops to the outside, and she doesn't get the leverage on the shot. That can lead to washouts. It does in that case. But totally makeable spare. She'll only trail by 6 pins if she can convert it. Yeah. Oh, maybe yes. Oh, I thought that was going to miss left, and it just sat there. Nice job from Grime. Tour rolls on to Albuquerque next week. $5,000 added. Has a bad break for Tacto as he gets the front pin out of the bucket. That's not what you want to have. So it's essentially make the 4-5. The 8 is automatic, but in this case, you'd rather have that 2 pin standing. Albuquerque next week, Portland, Oregon in 2 weeks. Then down to Phoenix, then Mira Mesa, then Denver. So a lot of traveling coming up next month. Life on tour. Here's Steven at the 4-5. 8 does not get the 5. Big opportunity now for Rother. Junior in big trouble, giving 20 and trailing on the scoreboard. No! That'll always help. Active sidewalls here in Keystone. Gets the love on the 2 pin. Let's see how Steven recovers from that 7th frame open. He's met every other mental challenge he's had to deal with. And beautiful recovery. He's impressed a lot of folks this weekend. No. First mistake of the title match from Saldivar. Just what the doctor ordered if you're Team Gutierrez. Either way, it's Team Winnetka. Both of these bowlers pull out of that house. And of course, Justin won yesterday, so very successful weekend for that center. Well, Caitlyn makes the same mistake. That's unusual for her. Brandon gets the carry in his 8th. He leads by 13 with that key 9th frame coming up. Steven, one of our Sportsmanship Award winners last year, got presented with his plaque yesterday to his great surprise. He's been a total brat ever since. No, of course not. Caitlyn will lead by 4 pins if she converts the 1-2-8 cluster, which she does. Giant shot for Speedy. No. Well, at least the 2 pins stood up in his bucket. That's more makeable, and he doesn't drop any count because he was only on that 1 strike. So 2 good breaks there, but one of the tougher spares to convert. In a clutch situation. Junior's gonna wait. Caitlyn's gonna throw 2 pairs over to the left. Meanwhile, Brandon, and about 85% of his shirt, is gonna shoot at this bucket. Nicely done. Not easy at all. Maintains the count and the lead with that conversion. Brandon won the ball. I don't think you can select any shirt from Brunswick. I'll ask Adam. It would probably cost Brunswick less if we get him a shirt instead of a ball, so I might be able to talk Adam into that. We'll see what happens. Caitlyn does drop 2 pins of count over there, so it's now a 2-pin match between her and Lindsay. Tacto with the giant shot, strike working in the 9th. You bet, carries that light hit. And now that is a 4-pin match, but advantage Tacto because he's got the double working. He can shut out Rother in the 10th. No! Right when Saldivar gave him an opportunity, Gutierrez gives the open frame right back. That's trouble. He's starting to run out of time. Here is Ms. Grime in her 8th. Yeah, nice ball. Good shot. Stay with it. Make that spare. The 8th goes high. Steven in the 10th is flush. That forced Brandon to double. This ball is for the title. I don't know if Jamie's still down at San Diego State, but she will be glowingly proud if he can come up with this next hit. Must spare here for Junior. Look out. Nope, avoids the shot. Well, he has only had to stew about that handicap loss for about 22 hours. All that goes away with 10 pins down on this shot. The wheel does not wheel, and Rother's gonna have a chance. Boy, that is the 4th 10 pin that has really plagued Tacto in key spots. Some were ringing 10s, that one more of a half 10. Quality shot. With the spare, Rother will need 27. Excellent effort either way for him, 244. You know, we razz Brandon sometimes because he's an interesting character, but he proved last year that he is nails in the clutch with that back-to-back win at Mira Mesa to go along with a couple other titles in the scratch division last year. Let's see if he can pull it off here. He needs 27. Well, I knew it would be good. I knew it would be good as soon as he went, oh, when he threw it, because every time he does that, he seems to just label it and whips a wicked messenger over there. He's going to smartly take a re-rack and kind of re-rack the brain as well as those 10 pins. Pretty shot from Caitlyn to maintain the 5-pin lead in her night. So we all come down to it here. The only one really in trouble here is Gutierrez. Steven's getting those 21 and still leads on the scoreboard. Junior needs all 3 in a prayer. Try and catch both shots. It's good. This potentially for the title. Oh, he should have grunted. In a high quality final scratch match, it'll be 244 to 230 something. Make it 38. As what a weekend for brand new scratch champ Steven Tacto. Who had that on your bingo card? This kid has come to play this season. Gutierrez doing all he can. He gets strikes in the 9th, 10th, and 11th. That's 193, but subtract 21 from that puts him in the 170s, and that's not good news. Either is Caitlyn's 8-1 in the 10th for 193. That means Lindsay needs virtually any mark to make it 3 out of 4 against Caitlyn, which is not something that happens to many ladies. Caitlyn has been so dominant in girls scratch since she was like 8 years old. She is the all-time leader in girls scratch wins over Adele Warner now, as I plug that into the record book. Lindsay needs 14 count with the spare working here. And Steven's going to get himself a victory lap. That's a good feeling. Lindsay's been practicing hard. She needs to best shots here. Double dribbles it though, and it sits right there. That'll do it. I don't think that was quite as clean as she wanted off her hand, but got the angles right. 10 back. Girl scratch sweep for the weekend.
Nice.
Steven's got a chance to finish in style with a 200 scratch game. He needed most of it to get past the game effort from Jesus. Oh, we'll try it. All right, or you can go spare 5, almost hitting the 7-pin. That'll work too. Either way you add it up, it adds up to title.
Good job, baby.
Good time to leak it out to the right for Lindsay, as she will have a chance at a 200 scratch. I'll go out on a limb and say she gets it, unlike that nonsense from Steven and his fill ball. Real good stuff. Tell a friend or 20 about what we do, and we will do what we do in Albuquerque in about 7 days. There's the 200 and the win for Smiling Lindsay. Great sportsmanship, all 3 of those matches, by the way. Good stuff.